when you get to your worst spot, when you finally like hit rock bottom, we were starting to get into it, but what was that like?
You know what's crazy? Like rock bottom to me was almost like the freedom point. It's
Can you just get a little bit closer to the mic?
Oh yeah, my bad. The rock bottom to me was like almost like borderline the freedom act of it, because like I feel like this is how I beat it. It's almost like I just feel like I had beaten the game almost. As weird as that sounds mentally, like there wasn't anything else left for me to gain. I had been to prison. I had been homeless. I had done every drug. I had done every drug in every kind of way. I had been through every experience. It was like my brain was like, bro, this shit. I was just tired. I was physically did not want to do it anymore. If you put a kilo of in front of me right now, I wouldn't have any desire to do it because I'm just done with that. That arc is over. I'm done with that arc. I'm done with that chapter.
But so, what was that moment? Was there a moment where you had like just found yourself?
I remember the last time I did heroin, and I remember. Actually, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I don't know if it was a specific, like, well, there's moments that I can remember when I was really work orientated, but like, I think it was a combination. And then one day I was just like, I was in a library and I texted my brother. I was like, on Facebook, and I don't know what drove me, but like, I had just gotten out of the Cook County jail. I just beat a case on pure luck. We can talk about the details of that one later if you want, but I just beat a case. I got out. I had $100 in commissary. I bought the last $100, and I said, this is gonna be the last $100 I ever do. And I texted my brother, who contacted my mom, and then my mom came and got me, dude. And then I had the $100 up to heroin left, and then I did all the heroin, and I saved one bag left for the next day, and that was gonna be like my grand finale, dude. And that's how I did it, bro. I had like a grand finale. I kissed the syringe, which sounds weird, but I'm just saying, like, I kissed the needle, I did it. I walked downstairs and I said goodbye, and I threw it out, and that was it, dude. And that was the last time I ever did heroin. And that was March 3rd, 2016.
What did you do with yourself at that point to try to like, you know, work through the physical sickness and to try to like get yourself into the right mindset? Did you have to go to rehab and shit?
Actually, yes. I went to outpatient rehab. I agree, because I said I didn't want to do inpatient anymore because I wanted to pursue going pro in Halo. So I went to inpatient rehab, and now. Or outpatient rehab.
So basically, you go there.
I go there for a couple hours, and then I go home or whatever.
They just keep an eye on you and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I want them to keep an eye. It's just like it's more lenient. it serves its purpose, but it's just funny how like my mom, my family, in the courts, so much court ordered rehab, so much force trying to get clean, and it wasn't until I was just done in a room with me and like one or two other guys that weren't paying attention, and I just watched this Eric Thomas video. He's like a motivational speaker. His name is Eric Thomas. And it's like, I just can't explain it, but like the way he was just explaining like what it takes to be successful, and like the grinding, the work hard, the work ethic. And I said, I'm gonna fucking work harder than anyone to get to the top. And I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna put all the effort, all the time. Any CEO said I shouldn't be there, correctional officer, anytime a judge or a lawyer, anyone, rehab counselor, anyone that someone told me like I was underachieving or why am I here, I was like, I'm gonna put all the energy that I put into this. At the time I was pro gaming, I thought, because this is, when I started streaming, it was February 17.
So you started streaming before you got clean, or?
No, I was clean when I got streamed.
Okay.
But I'm saying, I streamed for months and months without, no, I gamed for months and months without streaming. In my mom's walk-in closet. And like she had like a lock on the outside of the door, and she wouldn't let me leave after 10 p.m.
Really?
Even though I knew I was gonna be fine. She said that. I said, Mom, what if I gotta piss? She said, don't drink water after a certain time. Wow. So I had to fucking pee in a cup.
Yeah.
And I would say it's Red Bull. So my mom would like wake up, I'd be fucking gaming all night, and there'd be like cups of piss just standing right there, just sitting right there on the table. And the thing is, I wasn't even streaming. I just saw this in my head that I could do this. Like I wanted this, I was gonna do this. It just like, I can't explain the like why I was trying so hard, but I was like, dude, I was so tired of being a loser and getting tired of like just getting shit talked and tired of just being in the worst position possible. So I was just like, I just took it really personally to get it right this time.
Yeah, I have met a lot of people over the years who, when they talk about when they finally decided to get clean, it was just this moment where they like, because I can't really like relate directly in terms of the whole like drug thing, but in terms of like even just like food or whatever, it's weird how you will try to like get on a good diet over and over and over, and then finally one day you'll just do it, and it'll just last like a year or 6 months or however long you like want to go with it. But it's like, it's so hard to actually like trick your brain into just deciding to be restrictive when you spend so much of your life trying to make yourself feel good. I
wonder what causes the trigger, like to where like I just was done, and like I just remember just feeling like being homeless off Chicago Avenue, literally like with the needle in my arm, like with the other rest of the homeless guys, and just thinking like, bro, I think I'm gonna die out here on this shit. Like. And so it's like, I don't know how I went from this crazy obsession that I can't escape or make sense of to like, it's just over. And like, I just don't even want to do it. I don't know. It's like, I just feel like maybe it's an act of God or an act of the universe, or I don't know the tangibility of being able to articulate of where it's stemming from, really.
But so when you, like if someone if you could go back in time and you wanted to get clean during year 1 or year 2, what would have, like, is there anything in your head that would have been able to actually be effective in getting you clean? Or do you think that you actually had to go through these 10 years in order for your brain to be able to decide to get off it? Because, you always, like, I've had so many friends over the years who are alcoholics or drug addicts, and you just kind of like wonder, like, are they going to stop at some point? Should I be the one who's trying to like nudge them in the direction of stopping? Should I try to like pay for rehab? Should I do whatever? And it's kind of like, I always just assume they're not going to, like, none of that shit's going to help unless they're ready to do it. Right. But also it kind of makes you feel like shit for not trying,
Definitely, because, with addiction it's really hard because the addict is just going to be so annoying. They're so deceptive and just irritating to be around. So it's like, so it's like, that question is really tough. I would say that it's, addiction's very different for everyone. I don't think there's one cookie cutter. So I would say it definitely depends on the person. But I would say the experience that an addict goes through definitely shapes and molds the rest of his life, especially if he's going to beat addiction. Because to me, I believe beating addiction is when you unleash your true self. To me, it's like, even if you're drinking or you're smoking weed regularly, if your life is in control and you are grinding to your goal and things are working, you are getting results, then to me, you've beaten your addiction. Now, I mean, that doesn't mean that you can definitely be addicted and still successful, but I'm saying, like, it's about what is your quality of life. Are you obsessing over, like, only the addict knows, but usually they're too sick to really diagnose themselves or like find a way out. And like me having the mom and dad that I have definitely was a factor. I was gonna be here today no matter what. I believe that, but like they did expedite things, giving me, my dad loaned me the Xbox and my mom gave me the little walk-in closet. So these are things that some people don't even have.
Yeah, how was that for your parents throughout the years? Did they just stop talking to you at a certain point, or were they always trying to help?
They were always trying to help. I mean, it's a pretty, I always, I call my mom, my dad on stream a lot, fucking, I let them know.
I heard your dad yelling at you in one clip.
Yeah.
You get your life together.
Yeah. He does. He's still, he's like super right-wing, fucking accountant, CPA, like, fucking, he's stuck in his way. He doesn't like what I do at all. He just says that if I didn't have the success behind where I'm at today, he doesn't support it. And neither does my mom, really. Because, I mean, dude, I get fucked up. I get drunk on stream. I get high on stream. I brought joints here if you want. I'm saying, like,
I want to see you smoke those things with the shit all on the outside.
I got you. Yeah, I do the absolute fucking most on stream, dude. So,
but are you doing it for stream?
Yes, I absolutely. Okay. Like, dude, I don't take fucking Adderall, which I'm prescribed to, or drink, or weed. I'm saying when I'm off, it's just so funny. People will offer me a drink when I'm not streaming, and I'll turn it down, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "This is my off day." When I'm not live, that's my off time from drinking and alcohol. It just makes the job easier, especially if streaming is a lot of politics. So like you have to pick who you're gonna hang out with, or like you get limited on who you can hang out with depending on who you are and what you do. And there's a lot of politics that you can't really explain. You'll just see the closer you get to the top, how things kind of work.